Greetings, good people. How are you? I believe you're doing well, and God has kept you. His mercy is new every day in your life, in my life. I pray that all is well with you, and we continue again with our training, our teaching, our learning, just encouraging one another, and just looking at how we can well be able to continue in this journey. Welcome to this channel from changeEmpirecentre. This is Catherine Eric, a teacher of the word and also a mentor, and also someone who is even in the marketplace trying to teach, to train, to promote mental wellness, to ensure that we have functional homes, functional families. We have a people that love the Lord, a people that know God, a people that fear God and worship Him in truth and in spirit. And even as they are at that, they are able to serve Him. They are able to find expression in their purpose. So we are all about intentional parenting. We are raising the future. We are teaching ourselves, we are reminding ourselves, we are empowering ourselves. We are gaining knowledge because we say, as long as we are here, there's always something to learn. Learning is a continuous process as long as you are alive. So today we delve into training. The last episode, I don't know whether you didn't watch the video, you can just go through it and have a bigger understanding of what we are all about, and what is our anchor scripture, what is propelling us, what is that thing that we look to be able to achieve at the end of it all. So today we want to talk about what is this training that we are talking about. What is to train? For example, if someone was just to ask you what is to train, this is my own definition. To train is to teach with a skillful teaching that is intentional for one reason: to impact knowledge, for transformation, to bring change. Many people who know me, they know that my tagline is, I'm a change agent. So the teaching we are doing, the training we are doing is basically to bring about transformation that is holistic, a transformation that is able to empower us, to cause us to know and to do and to actively participate. So training is intentional, skillful teaching with impact, with transformation. You can be able to evaluate, you can measure growth, you can measure the transformation, you can be able to say, actually I was here, but I'm here now, I was able to do this, I didn't know this, or I was not doing one thing or the other, but now I'm able to nicely say that this is where I am. So if you are training, who are these people we are training? Basically, it's the people who are under us. People maybe we are at par. You can always get knowledge from anywhere, from anyone. So my passion and my intention so much is for us to be able to ensure that we are raising a generation of a people that know God, that fear God, that love God, that serve God, because at the end of the day we are here for a purpose. So we are doing it together. And as I talked about it in my last video, that teaching, training up a child in the way that they should go, it is something that cannot be delegated. You have to do it. It's a hands-on. So I want us to be able to challenge ourselves. For example, if you are to teach, if you are to train your children, your household, what are you training them on? What is that skill? What is that knowledge that you are looking up to transfer to them? Because it's about transference of knowledge for impact, for people to be able to transform, and as they are transforming, they are aligning to a certain way. So number one, I want us to be able to know we are training and we are teaching, transferring knowledge just for one purpose. We may differ maybe in our value system, our belief system. We may differ in those lines, but every home must have a value system. Every home must have a belief system. They must have a certain character that they align with. For example, as Christians, We align our value system, our belief system, our character. Where do we find it? Why is it we do things in a certain way? It's because of the person of Christ Jesus. If you look in the Bible, Christians who we claim to be now were first labeled. They were first called Christians in Antioch. Why were they labeled like that? Why were there people around them able to identify them and say, these ones are Christians? It's because they were exuding a certain character. They were living their lives, but they're exhibiting a certain value, a certain character, a belief system. It was so loud, it was so clear, it was so tangible. There was no confusion in the midst of it, but someone will just look and say, these ones are Christians. Why? They behave like Christ. They speak like Christ. They walk like Christ. They dress like Christ. So I'm challenging us today. What is your value system? What is your belief system? What is the character that sets you apart even as a people? At the family level, who are you? Who are you? So whoever you are, whatever value system, whatever belief system, whatever character that you want to see, the legacy at the end of the day that you want to see your children take after is what you are supposed to train. And then as you are doing that, there is that value that you will come up with as a person and as a family. But there is that standardized value system, belief system that we are following as creatures that have been made by God, created in His own image, in His likeness. That God factor in us must be very evident. So any other value, any other thing that you are adding on, it must be aligning within that form, within that foundation, within that strength, that ability, so that you do not also fall outside or away from it, or maybe waver and get confused in between. So train up a child in the way that they should go. You need to identify ahead of time. As I'm raising my own family, as I'm coming up as a person, what will be my defining factors, my values? What will be my moral system, so that as you are moving, you are conscious in your mind, you are intentional. It is that which now guides you. It's like a personal vision as a family level. It is what guides you, that you are able to transfer. Remember, we are transferring a certain knowledge to other people, to the society, to people around us, people we interact with, that which we believe in, and we know that it is the truth, and it is the light, it is what is supposed to be there. So what is the value system that you want to impact your life, your family, your extended nuclear, your people around you, people you interact with? Or maybe is it a business you're doing? Is it an office? Are you maybe a CEO of some level of a company like that, or organization? What is it that brands you? What is it that makes you to stand out from the rest of the people? What is your niche as a person in terms of your character? Remember, character is the most important thing, because we say charisma without character, it's not so much to talk about. So I want us to just be able to look to do this self-examination. Just sit down and align your values. Put them down one by one and say, this is what we will be doing here. And as you're doing that, if you're not doing it, you begin to do it. As you're doing it, you begin to cause it to trickle down. Because at the end of the day, it will shape everything about you as a person and as a family. How you come out, how you will later on in life see the evidence of it, so that we are able to have a measurable transformation that you can be able to say. For example, if I say we are using maybe the smart model, what is that specific thing? Your identity. Has to be clear. It has to be specific. It has to be outstanding. Who are you? What is your identity? It has to be speaking, like a microphone, so loud that everybody can see it even without you saying it, because there are certain things that will be evidential in your life. Nobody looks at it and can confuse, but people can easily tag you that this is who you are. Then you look at it and you ask, those things, my identity, what is it I'm doing that is making me to be easily identified, outstanding, that you can actually pinpoint that this is so and so? And if you look at my kid or you look at anything, you'll be able to ask, are you so and so? It just comes. It has to be in our blood DNA. It just comes out. It flows. No struggle. You don't calculate about it. It just comes out. So it's something that we really need to look up to. It has to be measurable, whereby you can say, for this much, I have been able to do ABCD, and I can clearly see that there is this value, it is multiplied. There is this character, it is being multiplied. There is this fruit that is being multiplied. Remember, everything that you are doing, it is not new. It is something that was given unto us. We were handed everything that we have now. For example, God, when He created us, He commanded us to be fruitful, to multiply, to replenish, to subdue, and to take dominion in Genesis 1:28. You look at it, sometimes we take the fruitfulness very far, the multiplication, we label it like it's such a mountain like that. But even with these small, intangible things that can be able to be seen, but you cannot hold it like this, they are part of the fruitfulness that we are supposed to have. Now, as we are fruitful in our character, in our mannerism, in our belief system, in our value system, as we be fruitful in it, we are able to execute it. Then it is that which we have that we transfer down, and it is being multiplied. For example, love. How do you multiply it? The love of Christ. How does it trickle down? You must have it before you exude it, because nobody gives what they don't have. For example, if it is honesty, you must have it. You must value it. It is something that you must believe in as a person. It is something that you must hold dear to before you begin to exercise it and even to transfer it, because anointing flows from the head and it comes down, it trickles down. So it can't exist in a vacuum. That is why I'm saying just have a sit down with yourself and be able to analyze. Maybe you've never had a chance to look at it that way, but as you think about it, as you meditate upon it, is it 5 values that you really want to have? Is it a certain belief system that you are supposed to be having that tags you along and makes you to believe in what you believe, to do things the way you do, to speak the way you do, to dress the way that you do, and even gives you that now level playing ground to be able to draw certain boundaries that guide you, that really ensure that your life is being lived within certain hemispheres. Those are the kind of things that you need to have as a person. Then, as you have them, you ensure that they are being transferred down here. That's why I was saying, as God told us to train up a child in the way they should go, it is not in a vacuum. It is not delegated, because it has to come from you. It has to flow from you, what you have, what you believe in, what you know, what you understand. That thing which you have, that which drives you, the passion. Once you have that, you will be able to flow, because you will be able to identify certain value systems that you will put down, and you will also have a reason why you have them. That is why, even as you are now transferring to cause it to multiply, remember the people you are going to be transferring the knowledge to, teaching, mentoring, you will be able to tell them the reason why That is why it's important to understand. You will not just tell them, my value system is ABCD, this is how we do it, my belief system is ABCD, and you leave it at that. It doesn't work. If you're going to multiply it, if you're going to ensure that you will have people that you are bringing up, you are raising up as well, you are mentoring these people you need them to become like you, you have to have, every value has to have a reason why. It is that reason that will also convince the other people, that they look at it and they say, this is something I would want to identify with. This is something I would want to believe in. This is some character I will want to be seen in me. It's because of A, B, and C. That is all we are about doing. We just align it, we bring it to us, we talk to ourselves, but even at that, then we have the backup of why we have decided to follow a certain path and not another side. Once you do that, the rest you leave it to God, because He is spirit. He sees, He knows, He understands, and He's all powerful. So that everything will just be aligning, will just be following into place, because there's a foundation already set, and then there's a teaching that has already gone out, and there's a fellowship that is having a backup system of why. So that alone is such an encouragement, and I tell you, it's never too late. That is my own belief. It is never too late. Even if you have not done it or you didn't think about it, you can always go back to the drawing board, re-strategize, think about it, and say, this is me, Catherine. This is my identity. This is what is my belief system. This is what is my value system. It is forming my character. Why? For what reason? So if you plan it like that, you will know that it is possible to become that which you envision as a person, as a family, as a society, people you relate with. Are you a teacher in class? Maybe. Are you a minister? Maybe. Are you an owner of an organization or a business? Everything will unfold in accordance to what you have laid down. And this what you have laid down is what you are presenting to God and praying about it and calling upon His name, speaking the right word that is related to what you are saying. And that is what now brings life by the Spirit of God that is in you, that makes it now to become that which you have envisioned. So I pray that you will be able to be blessed by this teaching, by this ministration, by this page and this YouTube channel, even as we continue to learn. Anytime we come, we have something to deliver, it will be helpful, and I believe at the end of the day, someone will be beneficial to it, and it will only not save one person, but it's going to bring about a restructuring, an awakening of some kind, that we will be able to move forward and be people who are aligned completely in the image and in the likeness of God, and will be able to manifest correctly. So God bless you. We will be back again, and I pray that all will be well with you. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. The Lord shine His face upon you and be gracious unto you. And more importantly, may He fulfill the desires of your heart, as long as they are in accordance to His will for your life and for your family. Thank you. See you next time in the next video. Toodles.